Alright, so to get started, I'm going to be using the mechanicals from the main kit, the magicals from the creativity add-on kit, the color add-on kit, and then also I'll be using some lace from the main kit, some paintables here. I actually pulled out, I think, one of each, and these came also in the main kit. Um, the kit is called A Touch of Gray, and it comes with these Kaiser craft papers. And I wasn't quite sure which I wanted to use, but I figured just start cutting. So here you're going to see me start cutting, and I'm going to fast forward so you don't have to watch through the whole thing. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Now that everything has been cut, I'm going to match up the pieces to each paintable that I want to add. Basically, all I did was cut out all these quotes from the Kaiser craft paper, and I'm going to make a little inspiration book. So here I've got some water in a can, and I'm grabbing my paintbrushes, and now I'm going to get the magicals. I'm going to use water to mix these to do some watercolor painting. So here I've got just a little tray, little wells, and I'm going to add some more light, sorry. I'm going to add some of the magical powder to each little well. So here you'll see kind of like that I take a little scoop, and I'm so sorry this is off frame. But I'm taking just a little bit. You really don't need much. And I'm using just like a little scoop on the end of one of my paint brushes. So I would suggest not using, like, you could probably use one of your butter knives if you have a scoop, or maybe your palette knife, just to get just a little bit in there. So here I'm going to start painting. So a lot of this is, of course, is going to be sped up. So I'm just doing one layer. It helps sometimes if you actually spray the whole paper first, but I didn't want the ink to spread too much. I wanted to kind of keep it in one spot, and I do heat set between. So here's my first layer. You can see it gave them just a little bit of brown color, but I want it to pop off a little bit more and be brighter. So I'm going to go back in with some more color, and yeah, I'm not trying to be too perfect, but again, you know, I didn't want to get too much ink everywhere. So here I'm just adding a little bit more, I guess just shading a little bit, adding some darker color. And the Lindy Magical set that we actually get is actually called Totally 80s. So it's got some fun rustic colors. I think they're pretty rustic, minus that hottie, or Pretty in Pink. That Pretty in Pink is so bright compared to all the other colors. So on the back side of the card, I gave it just a little bit of a wash, just to add a little bit of color to it, because I'm going to be putting, gluing down one of those quotes on the back side of it. So here, again, just watercolor painting. That's that Pretty in Pink. That's the color I was talking about. It's so bright and so vivid. I love this color. Out of the magicals, my actual favorite is the Cowabunga Copper. I don't know why, but I love this copper. And you'll see that's what I actually just added. You can see it. What I added is so rustic, and I added it around the edges of this paintable. And again, it's just speed coloring. I'm so sorry. I didn't think you'd want to sit there and watch me do this for so long, but I did pre-spray this one just because I wanted some of that ink to take really good. I didn't want to have to do too many layers because there's a lot of fine little bit of detail. So here you'll see that I'm trying to be very careful. This one I don't want to mess up. So keep a paper towel handy. And again, I've got a can of water, but I'm just trying to work with the paper, work with my water, work with the magicals, just to make it happen. It's really fun. It's really easy. There's really no wrong way to do it. So here is what this particular one looks like. And again, I'm just washing the back of these with the color Gag Me with the Spoon Gray is what it's called. That, or I used the Bodacious blush. I'm trying to vary it. So here what I just did, I just sprayed some of the color add-on sprays in another tray, and I'm so sorry, I have no idea why it just kind of blurred out, but I just sprayed it, and again, I'm just using it and diluting it with water. once I get it on the paper. And here you can see that Cowabunga Copper. I'm telling you, I love this color. And that blue really, really pops. The blue that I got in the color add-on is called Caribbean Blue, and I love this blue. And it's a flat Fabio, so it actually doesn't have shimmer like the other colors. And again, I'm sorry, my camera was out of focus. So right here, what I'm doing is just taking that Gag Me with the Spoon gray, and I'm adding ink splats to the background to give it just a more of an aged look, because these are all vintage looking papers. So I really wanted to keep up with the vintage feel. So here again, I'm just doing some more coloring, and I have no idea why it's blurred. I want to say it's because I've got the 2 ink trays next, like on opposite sides. The camera is having a hard time focusing. I'm so sorry for that. I did not know that until I started editing the video, so my apologies. I am heat setting in between sometimes to do layers. You want to, if you're layering, you definitely want it to heat set between. So that's that. The last one I'm going to do here is this rose. I love this rose. This rose is so pretty, and I thought, what else would look good on the cover of this than some hot pink flowers? So here you'll see I'm just building the layers. I did dab some off. I'm going back in with some more. I'm trying to keep it vintage, but the whole point of this is just to remind me I'm an artist and that I can do whatever I want and that there's no wrong way to do it. So here I just sprayed a little bit of the Opal Sea Oats from the color add-on to spray on the back, and I'm giving it a good heat set. And here's what it looks like finished. I love the pink splats. I'm telling you, I absolutely love it. So here again, just washing the back of some of my pages to leave for room for photo matting, and to leave for more quotes to write my own journaling if I want. So here I've got everything built together. I'm going to take my Crop-A-Dial, or my Big Bite, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to punch a hole, and I happen to have some album rings in my stash. So here I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to use some of that lace from the main kit and just kind of add a little dainty to it. I'm going to have this hanging by the album hook. So it is going to be hanging right by my desk for me to look at. I'm pulling some more of the Petaloo flowers that came from the main kit, as well as some of the Prima Alpha stickers. I'm going to give this little book a title called Create. So it's just my way of, creating something fun for myself, and something that inspires me to do what I want to do craft-wise, and not kind of stick to what everybody else assumes you should do or wants you to do. So my son woke up from nap time, so I'm so sorry you're going to see his hands in here. He had to sit with me for a minute while I was gluing this stuff down, and I wanted to hurry up and get this glued down before I kind of got too distracted. So now it's a different time, so I'm sorry the lighting's different because it's nighttime, so I'm going completely totally based off of my my desk lights. So now what I'm doing, I'm using some more stuff from the Creativity add-on kit. This stuff is called Clearly for Art by Ranger, or Studio Ranger ink. I don't remember if it goes by Studio. And I'm using some Glue and Seal, and I'm using some of that Gag Me with the Spoon gray matte of the magical powder. And what I did was I just put some Glue and Seal on this paper, and mixed in the powder just right there with the glue. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit off screen. And I did 3 different coats of it, and I am heat setting in between coats because I wanted it to be a good, nice dark gray. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to create some leaves. So you'll see I'm just kind of going to pull out my die. This stuff is really thick, so I don't suggest using it with a thin die. I actually had to end up taking the scissors out, but here's kind of what the finalized look looks like. Sorry. And I'm just tucking them in for leaves to add to this, to the front page. So here is the last leaf going in, and I actually love this paper. So when you heat it, you can bend and mold the paper however you'd like. So here's the album finished, but I still have to add in and finish the background, so I guess it's not finished. I'm spraying any pages that didn't have the background, the back page part finished, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick down all my little inspiration pieces. This was real fun and easy to put together, just something quick and simple just for you to be an artist with. So really easy, really simple. So have fun creating something like this. Again, this is for Scraps of Darkness using the February kit. Make sure you stop by their website to look at any of the actual add-ons and subscribe. Thanks so much for stopping by.